I'm going.
Right.
Hello, everybody. It's episode 39 of the Two Old Gamers podcast. We're still in lockdown, so I'm still stuck at home on a laptop, and Mike's wrapped
In bed,
in a blanket.
in a blanket, because it's quite cold in this conservatory. The weather gets a bit cold in the evenings at the moment.
It does actually, doesn't it?
You're lucky I haven't got my hood up.
Well, you look very good like that.
Oh, yes, I know. Thank you.
How are you doing?
Hello, everybody. We're hopefully going to try and give you a bit of media rather than just looking at these stupid pictures of us all the time. So, starting off with the newly announced release dates of stuff coming on PlayStation. Exclusives. Last of Us 2 is the first one that's out, and
wow,
you.
Been a hell of a road for this game in the last couple of weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah, I've seen some people saying, "Oh, because they've read the spoilers or whatever, they're not interested in the game anymore and stuff." And I'm like, "Well, you're stupid.
Yeah.
Why not just waste the opportunity to play a brilliant exclusive game blind?"
So basically, it's all kind of started off with them basically saying the story got leaked on the internet, and the story was that it was going to be it was a disgruntled employee of North who leaked it because of a pay dispute. And it's like earlier this week they actually came out and said no, it's not that.
It's a hacker.
It's a hacker. So that's kind of good news, but it kind of leaves me thinking maybe this isn't necessarily the end. You know, maybe what's leaked isn't necessarily the right information. I don't know what that is. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I've not finished The Last of Us. Still. Yeah. And I still don't know what happens at the end. I've avoided the spoilers for the last.
Everybody dies.
For when did it come out? 2013, 7 years. I think I'll be all right not reading the spoilers for this one.
I'm just saying that you can go on to like a Reddit thread or something, talk about something else, and someone will randomly put something in there.
Yeah.
And you have to
as we thought last time, when we last had a little conversation, we said about this had been delayed with Iron Man VR indefinitely, and I said Ghost of Tsushima must be next, and lo and behold, yes, Ghost of Tsushima has been put back a month, but that is to allow The Last of Us to come out in essentially when Ghost of Tsushima.
Basically a month later, isn't it?
Yeah. So this isn't the.
Just put it on screenshots.
Oh yeah, doesn't like that really, does it?
No.
So there is a new story trailer for The Last of Us 2 out today.
I'm trying to avoid it.
It looks really good. I've
seen some of the violent gameplay. The gameplay looks very brutal.
There's so the story trailer. This isn't a spoiler, by the way. It opens up with a lot of footage that seems to be Last of Us Part 1 era, but possibly not taken from the remaster. Possibly there's maybe a flashback. So
yeah,
there's still younger Joel and young Ellie.
It's probably because you need to know what happened at the end of the game and how they then get to where they get later on in the game. But you need to finish The Last of Us before you get.
Yeah, no, I don't. No, it's on my list of things to do. Yeah, so I mean, it's one of those things. It's like it's one of those overhyped games that will it ever deliver? Will it deliver on its promise? I'm sure it will. But you know, there's always. The
original was a bit overhyped as well, I think.
Yeah, no, you're right.
But it was such a departure for Naughty Dog to do that sort of game that it got a lot of attention.
If you look at The Last of Us at a gameplay perspective, it is just a stealth game with no weapons. That's what it is. If you take
Yeah.
Last of Us with the way it did characterization and story, and the way it told its story, it was one of the first games, because that was PS3. That was one of the first games to do this proper epic storytelling that actually had emotion to it as well. So I think that's where a lot of it.
No David Cage games had emotion.
Yeah, no more emotion. More emotion than David Cage.
Detroit Become Human, one of the best games that was that year.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Um,
So we're still looking a little bit sparse on the old pre-order front, because we're then going to Ghost of Tsushima in July.
yeah. 17th.
This does look good.
Oh yeah.
And then of course we've got Avengers.
1st September, Marvel Avengers.
I just noticed there's now 3 versions of Marvel. I thought it was only 2 earlier.
Yeah, I tend to buy the base versions nowadays. Apart from certain Ubi games, I like to get the season pass, the gold editions of them normally.
There's been quite a lot out this week. Actually, it's been a busy week. There's this new release of Mortal Kombat Aftermath, which is a new storyline DLC for Mortal Kombat 11. So it's on the single player story, and it adds. I don't know if you can see if I've got screenshots here, because I know the videos won't play. I bet they haven't got screenshots up. Yeah, there you go. RoboCop is now a playable character in.
Hilarious.
Of course, they've got Arnold Schwarzenegger in it as the old Terminator as well, so you can now do RoboCop versus Terminator.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Have you got that game?
No, I have not. I feel like I should do.
Yeah.
Friendship moves come back, and there's it's a whole new story campaign they've added.
Can you play this 2-player multiplayer, like versus mode?
Yeah, of course you can.
I don't know why we don't get a fighting game that we both can play.
Oh, look at that. That's RoboCop with a flamethrower.
Yeah.
Awesome. I don't know, what's that? RoboCop. Robo Shield.
Look at that bloke's knob.
Yeah, what? That's a woman.
Have a look at her knob. She's also got a strap on there.
I think that's.
I bet to think what her finishing move is.
An ill-placed towel, I think.
That's not a towel.
So the other thing is, quite interested in John Wick's Hex, which is like a tactical version of a super hot. So it's like, and at the end of it, you end up just like, it shows you your moves essentially. So,
is it done in that art style?
Yeah.
Cell shaded. Well, interesting idea for a game.
Oh, hang on, saying that wrong here.
Looks a bit jerky, but
that's just my connection.
The video streaming on PlayStation Store is crap. I hope they improve that.
Always been appalling. Yeah, no. So I think 15 quid's the right price point. It's kind of like a one-person XCOM, and you're meant to plan your way through a room. Essentially, it's like a puzzle. Plan your way through a room with limited ammo, killing everybody, and then at the end of it, it then shows you your whole run as like a little
complete playthrough. That's cool, yeah. I like the sound of that.
But the main thing that I'm interested in this week, and is getting a lot of people excited and a lot of people talking, is The Walking Dead: Saints and Sinners, which has been very successful on PC. And suddenly we knew it was coming to PlayStation VR, and the developers were like hinting at we'll have a release date trailer soon. And instead of that, they just literally just launched it straight away.
Right.
So
I bet you're also pleased they've announced that Darth Vader Star Wars VR game's coming to PS4.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm well happy that's coming to PS4.
Yeah.
So this is,
This is good.
I'm not fully sure what it is. I need to understand it more. I think it's kind of like an open worldish type zombie game in VR, where I've seen a couple of trailers where like that guy's about to knife a zombie. When you put a knife into a zombie's head, you also then have to give it another push to get it into.
Okay.
So it's like
Right.
there's loads of crafting, there's loads of things to discover. There's like hidden.
So it's worth the 30 quid price tag then.
Absolutely, a lot of people are saying it's one of the best VR experiences at the moment you can get.
Right.
I've heard somebody say it's better than No Man's Sky VR, so it's like, okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, that looks interesting.
It's not just zombies as well. There's actually rival human
Gang.
slaves that you've got to have gunfights with, and so it's like, you know,
Is it like a campaign?
Yeah.
Have they said how long the campaign lasts?
No, I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, look. Oh yeah, look. Explore New Orleans in a free roam survival horror adventure. Scavenge for anything that you can. Weapons, food, tools, and clues. Be wary of the living and the dead. Craft
Right.
gear.
It's like a survival game as well.
A VR survival game full of zombies.
Nice.
What more could you want?
Yeah. So sounds good.
I see that World War Z got a Game of the Year edition.
I've got that, but no one played it.
I actually got it the other week on Epic Games because that was one of their free games.
Oh, what, on PC?
Yeah.
All right.
It runs on my PC, so I was quite happy about that.
That's good.
So yeah, because of the way things are in the world at the moment, it's still a bit quiet, isn't it? I mean, like, you know, Sony aren't committing to things coming out.
Well, talking of that, there's a big Xbox reveal tomorrow, revealing one of the mostly anticipated games, which is Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Which looks amazing.
I think it's an Xbox. It's quite good because Xbox have not got that many good exclusives, so they're showing lots of third-party games. It's going to be the first gameplay in engine of Valhalla.
And so Valhalla is the next Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah.
The trailer was
a pre-viz sort of thing.
But incredible.
It was good.
You know how to make a good reveal, and it was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah.
I've been watching an awful lot of Vikings on Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
But the one thing that I really liked about the trailer is that when we touched about this earlier was that those two Assassin's Creed games that just came out, Origins and Odyssey, the assassin side of it has been downplayed a lot. You know, this trailer was very upfront with here's the hidden blade.
Yeah, they had to because there was a bit of fan backlash.
He's got the hidden blade on the front arm, not on the under of his arm, but hey, it's there, and he took someone's eye out with it, so that's good.
That actually, out of all these games that are coming out, that's the one I'm most excited for.
Well, that's the one that got everyone's attention. I think, you know, Ubisoft have, you know, for whatever problems they've had with their Ghost Recon series and the Division 2 being sort of like
good but not interesting.
A good game but not fantastic. This Assassin's Creed games just looks like it's going to knock it out of the park. But it looks like
gameplay wise, they're trying to make it open ended so that you're not tied into the shoddy, grindy part of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which wasn't that grindy for me because I did a shit ton of side content because that's the way I play the games.
I just realised, are we now looking at Assassin's Creed Valhalla coming out before Watch Dogs 3?
Yes.
Well, that's a bit odd, isn't it?
General consensus is it's going to come out in October, with Watch Dogs Legion coming out in November.
Oh, really?
My only concern is that
this year.
my only concern is that because I actually bought the game on PC.
Yeah.
Not PC, sorry, I pre-ordered the PS4 version on the Ubisoft store,
Yeah.
and I used 100 U points, which I had, to get me a 20% discount.
Mm.
So I'm getting the gold edition for about 68 quid.
There was a lot of stink from idiots, God bless them, over the collector's edition, because I think they put the collector's edition up without actually fully going into what was in it when they did that reveal trailer.
It didn't take long afterwards to fix that, though.
Loads of people went and pre-ordered it straight away, knowing that they always go for a good, and then it turned out that the statue that comes with the Ultimate Edition is of the female hero, not the male hero.
Yeah.
Said pre-order.
You can't buy the male one separately.
It's like pre-order cancelled. Why? Never mind.
Well, they're like 228 quid or something, and I'm like, no, that's just too much. But
oh yeah, no, I mean,
pound for pound, I think an Assassin's Creed game, if you like that sort of thing, or a Far Cry game, you get so much gameplay value for your money. I actually think there's some of that. The Ubisoft games are actually some of the best value games out there.
Yeah. I'm just having a quick look as well of what's coming.
Tell you, I'm gonna stop your sharing.
Oh, you can stop it. That's good. I was just.
I'm going to share my screen.
Just to say, your most anticipated game of the year is out in a couple of weeks.
Yes, I ordered it on the Epic Game. Well, I didn't do it on the Epic Games Store. Maneater.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting it on PC.
I still haven't seen any trailers to this or anything. I must go.
Can you?
No, I must find out what this.
Let's look at a trailer, shall we?
It's coming out on Switch.
Yeah, it is. I'll show you gameplay.
Well, now I am surprised.
"15 minutes of story gameplay. Check this out."
Meanwhile, aboard the Cajun Queen, Pierre LeBlanc, known by his fellow anglers as Scaly Pete. They hunted sharks. I sharks. To the blood. There was somebody better at this, you'd be following down now. People.
Yeah, I pre-ordered this for 23 quid.
Yeah.
On PC.
Oh yeah, no, it's actually quite cheap on the console. It's only $34.99.
So we'll drop through into gameplay where you're actually playing the shark. So this is the tutorial where you're learning all the moves.
Okay, so this is basically
I like the bit where, underwater looks great.
Okay, so this is open world.
Shark sim.
Echo the Dolphin, but you're a shark.
But it's a bit more violent. I like the bit where he goes on eating people. You can actually go on the beach. You'll go on the beach and actually kill humans.
I like the way the blood sort of like congeals in the water and everything, it spreads in the water and everything.
Yeah.
The underwater is very nice. Okay. Seen the mission, Terror of the Bay, kill beachgoers, 6 of 10.
There we go. So you get this like look.
This is kind of like, because games are becoming more and more of an accepted art form, and so we are getting much more serious games like God of War, Horizon.
What do you think?
This is brilliant because this takes you back to low zaniness like early 2000s. It doesn't make what's wrong with a game just being stupid?
Yeah,
it's awesome.
Well, the hunter boats are coming through now. Oh, look.
Submarines and divers. Yeah, okay. This looks fun.
Looks great, doesn't it?
No. Oh.
It's just silly, isn't it? It's silly fun, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, that's perfect, isn't it? That's a great game.
The idea is to you want to kill that fisherman because he killed your mama.
Gotcha.
It's got a story mode and everything. I think it looks really cool. Like double A, not triple A, but it looks good now.
Yeah.
So yeah, so going to Ubisoft, this is I've been using Uplay a lot, the launcher, and it's really good. All the games work with controllers. I mean, this is actually all these games, because it's in 4K, all these games can run in 4K on
So
one machine.
this is just this is Uplay, isn't it? You haven't gone to their subscription service like Origin.
No,
Uplay Plus.
no, there's no point because you can buy all these games for like between £5 and £8. And this is the one I'm currently playing. Now I'm just going to show you this. Because I finished Far Cry 3.
Yeah.
Because what I didn't realise, I wanted the DLC for Far Cry 5, right?
Mm.
I got the DLC for it. All the add-on episodes. There's like a Rambo one, and then there's like a zombie one and a Mars one. And you actually get Far Cry 3 free, the remastered. And they even Far Cry 2, which I said to you is going like dirt cheap. It basically runs in 4K. There's an option in the graphics option. I can't hear you, so I need to run this in windowed mode. You there?
I'm still here, yeah.
Oh, you're still there? Good, okay.
I can hear you.
Well, I'll just run through, because this game is initially a lot of these games take a bit of a while to get going.
Oh, this is the one in the Asian,
Himalayas.
isn't it? Himalayas.
Yeah, Golden Path.
With all the Oh, this is okay. I do like this game. Well, to be honest, there's not a Far Cry I don't like. I never finish them though. I've got a really
That's the thing, and I want to stick with them and get all the collectibles and. This one, the structure of this is better than Far Cry 3, and I actually agree. I saw some bloke's video and he said he thinks Far Cry 3 is not as good as this.
So this is the one where they started introducing like helicopters and planes and things as well, isn't it? Far Cry.
Oh, that's what I'm going to show you.
Far Cry 3 was literally just like wingsuits and.
Yeah, and the kite things. Yeah.
Do you know? If you're on this little tip at the moment, I would still recommend, even today, the Far Cry.
Sorry?
Far Cry the original is still a good game.
Well, Far Cry 2 implemented a lot of the. I've got a new gun as well. So
You have to bear in mind that Far Cry 1 was the first game developed by Crytek before they.
Yeah, I know.
Crisis. So it's like.
What do you think? Does this look alright on your screen?
It's a bit stuttery. I will say it is a bit flick screen.
Mainly because of your connection. Yeah. Okay. Here we go.
Blaming my connection for everything. How dare you?
this is a good way to get around the island. So
Yeah, it's a bit. There's a
now
bit.
if you look at the map, you start off over here.
All right, here we go. Right, it seriously takes about 30 seconds for the screen to refresh.
Okay.
Oh, now you're in
So
the air. I think we've found. We've found Zoom's limits for screen sharing.
Yeah. Have you got the map in front of you?
Yeah, I can see the map. Yeah.
So you start off here.
I don't know how far I got on this.
Now I've unlocked all the towers here, but what it does, it gates you. You can't go over this bridge to this other area
Hmm.
and do this. Yet you have to do a certain number of missions.
Oh yeah, I remember. There's like a wall. Yeah. You can't even fly over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Now,
when I played this originally, I did get into that area.
oh, did you? So you played it a lot then?
Yeah.
Okay, you got crafting. You can see
Finished it.
the green ticks.
Hmm.
Well, I've upgraded the wallets and stuff, but then these ones require a mission where you kill a special animal, and then that will max it out.
Yeah. See, the problem with Far Cry games generally is they're brilliant games, but they always used to release them in sort of like October, early October,
Yeah.
which means that you started playing them, but then the big releases come out at October, November, the big Christmas games, and then you stop playing Far Cry to play a new game, and then you never go back to it. And it's like, I said to you on Messenger earlier, have you done it? Have you completed it the easy way? And you said, "Oh no, I'm not doing that." Have you actually ever done that? Do you know what I mean by completing it the easy way? Hello? Mike, you've turned. Can you hear me, mate? I know you're on an elephant. So we've got this covered. We're professional as ever. So I've actually already prepared a. There you go. He can't see that either. So anyway, whilst we look at a screen of Mike's, and now he's on an elephant with a crossbow, about to shoot somebody who's driving past. I feel like a commentator. And he's not. So hey, whilst Mike's playing Far Cry 4, which is an amazing game, there is an easy way of completing the game. And basically at the beginning, there was a real fun way of doing it, which is you could wait the evil dictator, who's a very flamboyant guy in a pink.
Hey, good man.
Huh? No, you can hear me now.
I can hear you, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Well, I've not been able to hear you for the last 2 minutes.
Yeah, I was just shooting an elephant to death.
Ah. No, I was going to say that. So Pagan Min takes you into the office and tells you to wait here, and at that point you escape to start.
If you wait, what happens?
He basically goes, "Oh, well done. Come to the helicopter," and that's the end of the game. That's the bad ending.
Yeah.
It takes 2 minutes to get the bad ending.
Yeah. As I said, I wasn't really interested in doing that. But it looks great, doesn't it? I mean, it may be jerky on your machine, but it's liquid smooth on mine.
Of course, it's liquid smooth on yours.
You're
running it.
What?
You're running it. I bet if you looked at it in the Zoom window, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've been loving this because if you look at the map.
Honestly, I do feel that all of the Far Cry games, even Far Cry 2, a lot of people didn't like it because it was such Far Cry 2. Bearing in mind that Far Cry was Crytek and very much like an action-orientated game, where halfway through the game, monsters appeared for no reason.
Yeah.
Just like Far Cry 2 took it. Let's actually make it very, very realistic. I remember didn't you have malaria?
Yes.
Too, and occasionally you had to stop and take malaria medicine because you were still sick. I mean, Far Cry 2 went really heavy on the realism. Possibly not to its detriment, but I think even now, I mean, it's a gorgeous game to look at. And I mean, I when you said about you'd installed it,
number 2, yeah.
And I can run it on mine now in high detail with super textures and everything, and it still looks beautiful.
It does.
But yeah, Far Cry 4. Have you got Far Cry 5? You've been doing that as well.
Finished that as well.
5. I really liked the setting of 5, bringing it back to America, and I would like to play Far Cry New Dawn.
Yeah, I've got it, and it's actually pretty good.
Because that is basically following up from the end of Far Cry 5, isn't it?
Well, it's 17 years after, apparently.
Yeah. But yeah, we haven't had a Far Cry game for a while, have we? I suppose.
Well, there is rumours that Baz is coming back in the next one.
Oh yeah, because the guy who played him was actually putting stuff out on Instagram or something, wasn't he?
Yeah, because even though you killed him in 3, you didn't actually see yourself kill him on the body and everything.
Yeah.
So he could have been left alive. Now,
I used to always like going in these caves, but being worried that there's either a tiger in there or a bear or something, and then just running.
yeah, there aren't in these, but there's a mask I've got to find left by a serial killer. There's a serial killer that you're tracking down in this game, and you're finding all these masks. I'm just going to talk to this dude. Oh well. When the noise gets louder.
Yeah.
No, it's around here somewhere. I've got to find it. Where the hell is it?
So, hang on.
Right, you keep talking.
Oh yeah, I'm going to keep talking.
Have you tried Far Cry 2 then?
I've started it up and I've been playing with the benchmark tool to try and get it. So yeah, I mean, even on my old i7 system with a really old GTX 700 series NVIDIA card,
Yeah.
woefully out of date. Yeah, I still get about 60 frames a second at 1080 on high detail. If I go ultra high, it dips a bit, but it's still all very playable.
Did it cost you £4 or something?
What, Far Cry 2? Oh, I've had it in my Steam library for like years.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, yeah. And Far Cry 3 and Far Cry, the original. Yeah, no, I've got a look. I think I've got about, I don't know how many games I've got. Oh, I've got,
Got fun with this bloody mask.
I think I've got 246 games in my Steam library that sort of like, I know.
Holy shit.
They're there.
When you get a decent PC, you better play them all, wouldn't you?
They're there for the day that I get a decent PC. Well, not that you need.
I like the fact that all these Far Cry
7
games
guests.
are running 4K. Even number 2.
Hmm.
Before 4K wasn't even out then.
No. Yeah, no, I noticed in the options it's got like options for HDR and everything. It's like, really?
Yeah. They must have patched that in. Right, any ideas where this mask could be?
No, it's all very dark.
It's very dark.
Would it be in a crate?
Hold on. There. Got it at last. But there's a thing called Shangri-La in this game where it goes back with the legend of Shangri-La and you go in this weird dream world, you know, like they do.
Yeah, tiger.
Yeah. And you have this tiger that you can send in against demons and it unlocks a painting.
Actually, I just realised, very interesting, isn't it? The Far Cry's been very sort of transcendental in some ways. You know, Far Cry, you had the shaman lady who kept giving you hallucinations. Then you've got the Shangri-La stuff in this one, and then in Far Cry 5, you've got
all the drug-induced shit.
Drug-induced stuff. Ah.
This weapon's brilliant, isn't it? It's a crossbow that is rapid fire.
What was the so every Far Cry game has that animal that you don't want to meet. I think it was Far Cry 3, it was the huge lizards. Wasn't this
Oh yeah, the ones you don't want to get in this are the honey badgers.
Honey badgers, that's it.
They're bastards.
Yeah, fast, vicious, and also
the packs of dolls, the dogs.
Yeah.
This weapon is one of the best weapons that occupies a. Oh my god!
What's that? Right.
I'm getting bored to death.
So are our viewers.
Hey?
So are our viewers. That was a joke.
Yeah, I know.
But
anyway, I'm out of this because I love this game. I've just got so much, like,
we're at the point
if you
now
go
where
around the map, right?
you've zoned into the game and you're sort of like, ah.
You've got like a little film company that wants you to do like stunts in like driving games. So you get like a highlighted driving course, like something out of Need for Speed.
Oh my god, the blanket's off and
yeah, you got you know you can redo all the outposts at higher skill levels.
Yeah.
If you want.
Yeah.
You've got these trucks that you can stop. You've got escort missions. They made the actual things to do a lot more fun.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say this game is just totally good fun. But yeah.
So you are heavily down the Ubisoft path at the moment, aren't you? I mean, you've gone down the Assassin's Creed path. You're now onto the Far Cry path. What's next?
Well, it's because I picked them up. Because I've been working from home, as I said before. I've been jumping on games on PC so I can hear when an email arrives at work. So if you look at my games list now, I picked this up cheap, but I've cocked up and bought the Russian version. So then I have to go and get the English version because to fuck around with the Russian version, turn it into English version, just wasn't worth my time.
You end up buying the Russian version.
Well, it just said Assassin's Creed, but then in brackets it said RUS, but I didn't know that meant Russian.
Oh, right, okay.
I'm a novice. This I got for like £6. I even bought Syndicate because going around London is amazing. And because I've got, as I said, my graphics card is like about the third most powerful card you can get. So 1080 Ti still is a really powerful card, but without ray tracing, of course. I even bought Odyssey, that's going for £12, I think it was. That was going for £4. I've got all the DLC to play on this still. So I've completed that. So this is my favourite Far Cry game, Primal, which you really need to get if you can pick up cheap. Far Cry 5 was really good. I got into it, but as I said, I've been playing them all on easy now. Started this, that's good, and this is meant to be brilliant. And from what I've seen of it, it looks really good fun.
That's a very good game.
Although graphically it did seem to be choppy, so I need to dig around with the settings on
Oh
it.
right, okay. I mean,
That's a coding issue.
with that
So
game.
this overall infrastructure as a launcher,
Yeah.
I think is really good from Ubisoft.
Yeah.
Everything works.
I think with Blood Dragon, there's an element of it being choppy because it is trying to emulate 80s cheese.
Oh, okay. Well, one thing to bear in mind, and I got caught out, my fingers burned. I owned this originally on Steam.
Yeah.
Now, if you don't buy the DLC on Steam, say you buy like a code for Uplay DLC, they're not compatible.
No.
And I didn't know that. As with everything, to make a mistake. This is the Fortune. This is like the big edition that was like for £4 or something.
Mm.
And I will play that at some point. So I've got, basically, apart from the original, I've got every single Far Cry game that's come out. Assassin's Creed, I'm going to have, well, I'm not going to have it installed on here because I'm going to have it on disc for the PS4 because I'm hoping, because today in the rumours there was talking about, are they going to honour, if you buy it on PS4 and then later on the PS5 comes out, are they going to honour a free upgrade? EA saying they're going to do it on Xbox.
The thing is, right, is that everyone's making a big deal out of this, and they seem to be forgetting that that's what happened this generation.
What, free upgrades? You think remasters weren't free because they were
No.
new?
No. If you had, I know this. I can't.
You mean Pro Edition compared to normal edition?
If you had Assassin's Creed Black Flag on PS3, you were to put the PS3.
It never came out on PS3.
Yes, it did.
No, it didn't.
Yes, it did.
Rogue came out on PS3.
No, Black Flag came out on Xbox 360 and PS3. It was the last. It was the.
Oh, was it?
It was the year that the new consoles came out.
Oh, so what happened then? Sorry, I was mistaken then.
So what?
Because they didn't get Unity on PS3. They got
Unity was the first next gen one, and Rogue didn't. Rogue came out on the previous gen.
Right. Okay.
Flag you could buy on PS3. Put the PS3 disc into your PlayStation 4. And it would allow you to download the PS4 version.
What, digital version?
Yeah. No,
Oh, okay, fair enough.
A digital version that then you needed the PS3 disc in the PlayStation to still play it.
Well, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
So, I mean, there were certain titles when the PS4 came out.
Yeah.
The Xbox.
So that's why I've gone for
PS3, there was some leeway as to that year's titles, you could get an upgrade.
So this is Assassin's Creed Valhalla, the paid. Now look at the prices. I mean, it's £92 for the Ultimate Edition. I've gone for the Gold Edition, which is normally £84. But when you use these U points, I spent 100 U points to get 20% off. So I'm getting it for £68, and that's a physical edition that's going to. So that's going to physical edition that's going to come in the post.
The big thing this year is that previous to Assassin's Creed games, those season passes have been very generous because
you get good value for money.
Because you got good content, but you also got another game. Because it's is that right?
I think didn't we get the digital version of Assassin's Creed 3 remastered free or something?
With Origins, you got Assassin's. Oh no, is that right? With Origins?
No, I think Far Cry was the one where you got a free game.
No, one of the Assassin's Creed games when you got the season pass, you got Assassin's Creed 3 remastered when it came out.
Yeah, you did. I think it was Odyssey.
I think it was Odyssey, wasn't it? But of course, this time around, there's no remaster to give out.
No. But
I would like to know
I'm going to be playing these games like crazy.
Yeah, I would like to know more about what's in that season pass before I say yes, I need to have that. because I've been burned too many times now by buying gold editions of Ubisoft games that I then don't end up playing long term.
Yeah, but that's because you don't actually end up playing. Something like Odyssey is a huge fucking time commitment.
Yeah.
Did you get Odyssey?
Talking of the Division.
Have you played the Odyssey?
Yeah.
No, the Division. Yeah, I think Assassin's Creed is one of their premier titles, isn't it?
I'm still sticking to my guns. I deleted Division 2 off my PlayStation today because I literally thought I can't face playing this.
It's boring.
Well, no, it's not
boring.
It's just the theme of it at the moment. It's just a little bit too close to the bone.
So these are the deals. You can get the basic edition for, this is PC, I think. They are offering at the moment. They were offering Assassin's Creed 2, I think, for free, but they stopped that. That's gone up in price. That was, they put their prices back up. That was a tenner or £9 something. But there's so many good. I mean, I finished Rogue as well. Don't know whether I mentioned that. I finished Rogue on the PlayStation 4.
Did you have that on PlayStation 4?
Yeah. So that's enough of that. If I look at my Steam library for the PC people out there, I picked this up for 99p or something. Atari Vault, and it's got. What's good about this is I'm not interested in the 2600 games that are on there, but the actual arcade games that normally don't appear on any. Let's just get through all this crapola. Yeah, it's 99p. I can invite friends on Steam if they're on there. So if you look at this, you've got 2600 games, or you've got these. So you've got a perfect version of Asteroids, Asteroids Deluxe, Black Widow, Centipede. With all the I like the artwork on the arcade cabinets. It's great.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah. So this is what I bought. Spent 98p for. And you got this other one. You got Pong, Red Baron, Space Duel, Sprint 2, Super Breakout, Tempest, Warlords. That's a pretty good. And then you got a little gallery with some retro shit on it. So now, if you like the 2600, there's hundreds of games on here.
Oh yeah, right. What's that? Is that the sort of, that's the old.
That's the old one with the old joysticks with the one button and the rubbery thing around here.
Oh yeah, no. I was
I like the way they've done the boxes. So you've got all the. I wonder if it's got ET.
God, I hope not.
No.
No. Funnily enough, I don't think they put the game that almost finished the company on.
So you've got a shit ton on here.
Yeah. It's weird that you've gone that route because I'm going to steal it now and say you bought that for 90 pence, 99 pence or something. And
yeah,
I've got the more expensive route of spending 60 quid on that.
Sorry?
I've spent 60 quid on that.
On what?
This in my camera.
Oh, is that a Raspberry Pi?
Yeah, I just bought a Raspberry Pi because as of Friday, RetroPie, which is the big Raspberry Pi emulator, front end finally supports Raspberry Pi 4s. It's taken a long time for it to get support. So now
Right.
I've literally spent the last 2 days setting this up with
So what do you do in that then?
set up. So easy to get going as well. Sorry?
So what do you do in that then?
But literally, it's an emulator of emulators. You know, it's a collection. It's literally it boots up into its own front end. You know that Capcom?
Oh, like Emu X.
You know that Capcom thing?
Main.
So.
Oh yeah, the Capcom thing. Yeah.
So like I boot it up into my TV, and I've got my PlayStation 3 controller Bluetooth connected up to it, so I've got a wireless controller on it. And I've got,
Show me the box again at the screen, because I've got it on a bigger screen now. Show me the box.
Show the box.
The Raspberry thing. So does that box just you just turn it around the other way? Oh, I see. And what? And you just plug the mains into that, and away you go.
Yeah, so
So that's the box.
USB-C, mini HDMI. I bought a starter kit, so basically it comes with all the leads and everything you need, and it comes with a 16 gigabyte flash card that's just in it there. You need to know what you're doing though. I mean, it's like I've had to connect the SD card to my PC and flash it so that I got retro.
Yeah, you need to have basic intelligence.
It all, and so at the moment I've got a load of sort of Game Boy, Game Gear, Mega Drive, SNES, NES, 22X games.
What?
But
What doesn't it emulate?
it basically, it's a bit dodgy on N64
Oh God!
because it's tiny. You know, it's a tiny little box, and I'm in the middle of just putting on like 2,500 main ROMs onto it as well. So like arcade games as well, and then connecting it all up to the internet and scraping all the information off.
The screenshots and all that stuff.
Yeah, so you get little videos, little things like that, all the information about it. So yes, actually, weirdly enough, I was actually playing Asteroids last night on my TV. Going, I love Asteroids. I've forgotten how good it was. So
yeah.
the plan for this is to start me off.
Yeah.
Is there's something called Piecade.
Is that like a little arcade machine?
Yeah, but like a little desktop arcade machine. Hang on, I'm just gonna.
You're gonna put a picture up on the screen for everybody.
I'm gonna have to hold one up to the camera because I don't know how to put one up.
That's fine.
Sad.
Yeah.
Hang on.
I just need to get a drink actually.
Go and get a drink. Should I pause whilst we're doing that? We have a short break.
Fucking hell, I feel cold now.
Yeah, so Piecade. Let me show you that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's really good. How big is it?
10-inch screen.
Yeah.
10-inch screen.
How much do they sell for?
10 buttons on it.
What powers it?
Sorry?
How's it powered?
It'll then, so basically it adds an add-on board to the Pi, and then you power it via a normal power lead. So the power lead then it goes all through the back inner workings. I've seen
How much does it cost?
Put it together. It's quite.
What do they cost?
You can get an 8-inch version for about 150 quid, but the 10-inch version, funnily enough, at the moment used to be around 185, but it's shot up to 250.
Oh.
Because like jigsaw puzzles and Lego, I think there's a lot of people at home trying things for the first time. So like I think the demand for things like pies and stuff like that's gone up. So yeah, so that's the plan, is to make like a little
probably all made in China as well, aren't they?
So
Okay.
But yeah, so that's been the last couple of days, is me just tinkering around with that. But apart from that, I've still been very busy at work, but I have been trying to crack on with some gaming as well when I can.
I know exactly what you're going to say now.
What am I going to say?
Streets of Rage 4.
Oh, I wasn't, but that's on my list. Yeah,
I think we should talk about that. I have got it, but we need to join up.
Streets of Rage 4 came out, and I was really sort of like conflicted about whether I should get it on the Switch or the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Digital Foundry did 2 fantastic videos.
They did, didn't they?
One of which was like the history of the series.
Yeah. It's brilliant, wasn't it?
Yeah, which is kind of what got me into the sort of like, I need a RetroPie because I really want to go back to the original games. But then I went for the Switch version, and it's astounding. I mean, it
looks great, doesn't it?
could have been so easy to screw
Mess it up.
And the guy at Digital Foundry said it again and again and again. This is the Sonic mania of beat 'em ups. And he's absolutely right. It's that love and attention taken to the game. I've now got to the point where I've finished the whole game on easy, which
Right.
is, you know,
That sounds like me.
took 3 or 4 hours. You know, God, I had so much fun playing it. But now what they do is there's a global lifetime score. So
Yeah.
playing the game, you're building up your lifetime score.
There's lots of things to encourage replayability, isn't there?
Yeah, so what you're doing is, as you build up to the point, basically when you finish the game, you're at the point where you're going to unlock your first character from this sort of ongoing list of things. And that character was Axel, the main guy.
Yeah.
But from Streets of Rage 1.
Yeah, the retro look.
His exact pixel character with his exact moveset from the first, including the special move of the police car driving up and launching a rocket launcher.
Oh, so it's got that as well. That's good.
You know, they could have literally just had it simply, it's a skin swap. But no,
Yeah.
single retro character has its retro moveset from the game it's from, and they play exactly as they played in those games. So to have that as
They've
well.
done what all these people should do. Is not only should they provide a solid conversion, but they should also give the retro people some extra stuff and put the effort in to create a whole package and not just a bare bones rip-off.
Yeah, and this is Sega. So this is the second time that Sega's done this now with Sonic Mania as well. But it's literally something that started off as a fan game. Sega realised we need to put the money behind this so that they can go and go ahead with it, and I think it's worked. I mean, Streets of Rage 4 looks
20 quid. Was it 20
looks
quid?
amazing. 20 quid. It
Wasn't a lot of money.
These new sort of like cartoony shaded. I can't say that. Shaded design.
Shell shaded.
Really, really good. Because initially the original trailer was very cartoonish, and people were like, I don't know. But what they've done is they've since added all this lighting effects to keep the dark and grittiness of it all. And then in the sound systems, there's actually a tick box to have the retro soundtrack. And if you tick that, then when you go to the game, it's actually the soundtracks from Streets of Rage 1 and 2. So it's like the perfect love letter.
Because I know you're a massive fan of them, aren't you? You've always gone banged on about how good it is. Yeah. So
so Streets of Rage 4 has been
my area here.
Has been a welcome distraction from Animal Crossing. Which
by the way, I need to give you my friends or get your friend's code and give it to my friend at work, the lady that works for me, because she's now unlocked terraforming.
Oh, has she?
Yeah, she's a big, massive player. So
I'm now.
how do we do that?
How do we do what?
How would I get your friend's code to her? Or
I'll just take a screenshot in the Switch and put it in your Facebook feed.
okay, nice. In Messenger,
Simple.
yeah. Good. Okay.
Animal Crossing, by the way, it's now my most played game on Switch.
Yeah, nice. Well, it's
I
that
put
sort of game, isn't it?
I put 120 hours into it in a month, and
That's a lot for you.
I've put 115 hours into Breath of the Wild over 3 years.
Yeah.
So that's that's a lot.
Well, at least you're getting some value out of a game for once.
Absolutely, and
That's why I feel about this lockdown is that I've got Final Fantasy VII Remake, haven't touched it. I've got a few other games. I mean, me and Paul started to go into Conan again, but now I'm letting him drive it. So it's his world that I go into, and he's creating the buildings and the structure, and he's doing all the grinding, and I just jump in and nick all the stuff that he's made for me and level up my character. So eventually we'll then go out on missions and stuff. But that's still a good game. They've added horses into it. You're in farming. You can get creatures and ride them and stuff. They've done a shit ton. In the last 2 years or year and a half, they've added a lot of extra content for free.
Yeah.
There's the DLC packs for the cosmetic types of gear you can build, but it's still going strong, and it's actually developed. It's actually a really good survival game.
Because
music.
I should download that because it actually got a PlayStation Plus. It was on PlayStation Plus a few months ago as well, wasn't it?
Well, the great thing is if you join someone else's game, they've got a base. You don't go through all the initial setup other than just initially you're on the cross. And then when you join the game, you can then do all of the shit that you need to do to level up really quickly in the comfort of knowing you're not going to die straight away. And he can provide you with weapons and loads of shit that you don't even need to learn how to craft,
Yeah.
And it unlocks all the ability points that give you stamina for climbing. And
is it enhanced on PS4 Pro as well?
Well, it looks all right. Is it not a patch on my PC version of it that I've got though?
Oh no.
PC version looks stunning, but it's 30 frames a second instead of 60, and I'm becoming a bit of a PC. What do you call it?
Well, I think a lot of our little gaming group those who have got access to PCs have been mainly on PC recently.
I'd like to see more people on PC. If we're like that Far Cry 4, you can co-op that entire game.
Yeah.
Take on missions and stuff. Now, I'd love to do that. We could go up in the old helicopter and get in cars, and I'd love to be able to do that with someone on PC. Because obviously I've got a webcam now. There's a microphone, so we can chat. Team chat's built into the game as well.
I'm sure Sean would do that, wouldn't
he? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. He's not really been around, has he?
Well, he's been around. I think he's just been doing his own thing. Like we all have, really.
Yeah. Which is why, and the other thing is like in lockdown and everything, I like why I'm migrating towards the open world games. It's because when you're stuck in the house for a long time, it's nice you feel like you're outside when you're. A lot of things I've been doing in Far Cry 4, which is good, is they had this maybe before The Witcher. There's lots of question marks everywhere. Not everything is spoon fed to you.
Yeah.
Now, I think they did that before Witcher, didn't they? Or at the same time?
No, actually, I think possibly around. I actually remember a lot of people. Actually, I think maybe Far Cry 4 was the one that people did say that it was when the icon vomit was a problem with Ubisoft games.
Well, I don't think it's that bad because a lot of the distractions they give you to do are really good fun. I mean, they've got this one mission where someone says, "Oh, my family's been taken by these hostage takers," and the best way I found to take them out is with a sniper rifle from a distance. Because if you don't kill them all in time, they execute the hostages.
Yeah,
and it provides really tense gameplay. And the stealth works once you suddenly realise is you hide in a bush, throw a rock near where you are, tease them over to you, and then you do a takedown. And you can hide bodies at like Metal Gear. Now, when you look at all the gameplay elements they put into a Far Cry game, and the shooting is very satisfying. Out of all games, it's some of the best shooting you can get if you get the sensitivity and everything right, which
Yeah.
That's the good thing. These games on Ubisoft, when you have a controller selected, they have the sensitivity set just about right, just about perfect by default. So you haven't got to fuck around with it, which is nice. So each Far Cry game, they really do try to add little advancements and things. Settlement seems to be the big Ubisoft thing at the moment, because you get a home base, you improve your settlement. That came very much from the Division as well. I don't know it came from the Division, but it appeared in the Division. You know, there's a lot of cross-pollination between the studios, how they share ideas and things.
Yeah. I think it's going to, excuse me, it's going to cross over as well, though, isn't it? Because Valhalla's given you a settlement.
Well, in Far Cry Primal, you get an owl which flies over a camp and tags enemies.
Did you see that?
And then that appeared in Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Did you see that? That they're saying that, you know, you're in Norway or Denmark or wherever, I can't remember what. And
you start off in the Norse lands, but then most of the game is set in England in the settlement.
You go to Stonehenge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how.
You've got the whole right hand. You've got. They've shown the map, and it's literally, virtually the whole of England, the right hand side, and then going down to the left. Massive, massive areas.
I just looked it up quickly, and it was far.
You know Jorvik's. You know in York. There's that centre for Viking stuff called the Jorvik Centre. So you go as far as York, which is quite a way up.
Yeah.
And King Alfred is in East Anglia, I think.
Yeah.
And he was the one that fought back the guys.
I just looked it up. Far Cry 4 came out in 2014 and Witcher 3 came out in 2015.
Yeah, so they had these just question marks. And what I found with Far Cry 4 is that instead of just jumping in that gyrocopter and spinning around everywhere, which I do for convenience, and you can fast travel, but sometimes I just go, I'm just going to go and just pick up shit, do the collectibles.
Yeah.
Because they do unlock, there's some signature weapons that I want to get unlocked. And you have to do certain numbers of pick collectibles to get them unlocked. But I'm not treating it as a chore. I'm literally going out with my bow and arrow and running through the locations, and you never know what you run into. All of a sudden you discover somewhere. It's almost like playing a game without a HUD.
Yeah.
And it's really satisfying because it's a lot more interesting to run around that than it was in Far Cry 3. I can see why a lot of people have got this misty-eyed thing, oh, Far Cry 3 was good because it established even more principles set up in number 2. But 4 is actually a really underrated game, really. And then there's bits where you go up to a Sherpa on the mountaintop and he sends you into the Himalayas and you have to shoot guys, pick up their air masks. And apparently there's a Yeti. I bought the DLC, so there's a Yeti up there.
Yeah.
Vulnerable snowman and stuff. But there's loads of missions you can go up beforehand. And they also added this grappling thing where you can throw a grapple and climb up sheer cliffs, which sort of negates some of the annoyances of Far Cry 3, where you used to have to run round the corner of everything to find the correct pathway up.
Yeah, yeah.
Lots of quality of life improvements, you know. So yeah, I'm mad for it at the moment. I'm just mad, but I'm trying to stick with one game, even though I've dabbled with a few.
Yeah.
Well,
I finished. I finally finished a game that. Now I've finished it, I feel bad that I've taken till 2020 to actually play this game and go through it. I feel like
I know what it is.
Cheated myself.
4 letters in that word. That
2016's Doom.
Yeah, I've got it. I just haven't played it.
No, you just need to play it. If you want the most satisfying shooter you've ever played,
yeah,
Doom is it. It is honest to God. I got halfway through the campaign
Yeah.
before I dropped it down a difficulty level, because
Yeah.
it was
What?
getting hard for me, and I probably could persevere and play it, but Doom's a game that is meant to be, you're meant to be this
Blowing.
unstoppable murderer. So
That's why I put everything on easy.
yeah,
Meant to be
Seriously.
a really empowered superhero, and having enemies kicking. I mean, I've had my butt kicked in Far Cry 4
yeah,
loads of times, and 3.
yeah.
You still can't take the game for granted, especially if you've got to stealth it, because they swamp you with enemies.
So with games, sometimes when you get through one of these games, you're getting towards the end of the campaign, and you can feel it.
Turning up the screws, the
It's
thumb
trying
screws.
to rush things because they're running out of ideas or something, and Doom
Oh yeah.
doesn't feel like that. It feels like they're saving the best stuff for the last few levels.
Yeah.
Graphics, the artwork, the level design, the lighting, all goes to 11. And it just becomes an absolute roller coaster ride. And the soundtrack, which is a bit controversial.
It's a shame.
The soundtrack is absolutely phenomenal and just gets better as the game gets more and more into it. Literally, it's probably, I said this the other day, it's like literally the most metal game I've ever played.
Right.
So good.
More metal than Brutal Legend.
Yeah, absolutely. So the soundtrack I've downloaded onto my iPad. I bought it and downloaded it.
Yeah.
And I'm just listening to that in the car when I'm sort of like going to the shops for my.
When I get home quickly.
But it's just fantastic. It's a mixture of a sort of like industrial electronic music with hard metal guitars. I think it just works so well for Doom.
There's a video on YouTube of them playing some of it live at a show, and it's really cool. Yeah, but he's now going to be disassociated from Doom 2. Or
basically ID have penned an open letter this week to say that ID Software and Mick Gordon, who's the composer, will not be working together anymore on the oncoming DLC for Doom Eternal. And it was quite almost like an apology from.
Well, he said they fucked up the mix.
So the mix for the official soundtrack release, they didn't let him mix it. They got somebody to mix it, and it's literally, if you look at the sound waves, it's literally just two flat lines. And
they compressed it to fuck, basically.
Previous versions, it's like everything, the bass and everything's all over the place. So they just compress the hell.
They compressed it, basically. That's what you do. That's what compression does. It turns it into one big solid block.
Of it and ruined it. So he's really
that's actually that's mastering, not mixing.
Yeah. So
they mastered it wrong.
He's really upset because the soundtrack that he did it. He mastered the original soundtrack for its official release.
Yeah.
He took but he didn't do it for this. They get someone else into it, and they've ruined it, and he's really upset about it and said, "That's it, I'm done." And they're sort of
that's it, because they've taken all of the character of the music away and just compressed it into one big sound bite.
Yeah, but this is literally just for the soundtrack release, not in the game, but just for the soundtrack release. But to a lot of people, that's important. So so that's
about. He's taken umbrage with the fact that they didn't allow him to do it himself.
I have literally, I finished Doom, and immediately I'm sort of like, right, I need Doom Eternal. I haven't bought it yet, and it's on offer this week. It's the flipping game of the week, deal of the week on the.
How much is it? $24.99 or something.
40 quid. 40 quid.
I'm sure I could get it on PC for about 25 quid.
You probably could.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but I'm seriously tempted to jump straight into Doom Eternal because that game was just ridiculously fun. Adding these glory kills, and then the way it's constantly ramping it up. You go back and forwards between Mars and hell.
Mm.
Storyline is there, because storyline in a Doom game is not really that important, but there is a storyline there, and it is quite good. Doesn't really matter, but it is quite nice to know.
Yeah.
And they really build on the sort of like legend of the Doom Slayer and everything like that. It's
Yeah.
really well done.
Mm.
I feel, like I said, I feel really bad that I've had this game twice on 2 different platforms and just got third level in and
Yeah.
something else, and I should have stuck
That's what we should try and do. That's why I'm going to just finish Far Cry 4. Well, not play anything really until I do Far Cry 4.
Yeah.
Unless I get bored, but you know, I do it in batches. And so, as I say, I just like go around looting and trying to accumulate as much money as possible because I've now got a place to upgrade, a house to upgrade.
So the other game I played, I'm moving away from Far Cry.
Yeah.
I'm now on chapter 9 of Final Fantasy VII's remake.
Mm-hmm.
And it's starting to get a little bit too emo for me. I'm starting to get a bit annoyed with him.
Okay.
It's at that point in the game where you know that it's like, it's literally turning into like a anime dating simulator. Oh, this girl likes him a lot, and this girl likes him.
Okay.
You know, and let's go and do some jobs. Let's do some fetch quests. So that's basically what they've done to pad out the game to make it longer,
so that they can justify only giving you half the story.
Because 7 is literally, you know, Final Fantasy 7 was a very linear game. There's only, you know, there's a path. It's not an open world RPG. It was a linear game. So to pad that out, what they've done is they've, in any sort of like village scenario that you get into, they'll do 6 fetch quests just to pad it out. And it's like, well, I don't. And that's,
you just want to get on with the story.
But I mean, you know, still can't take away from the fact that it's one of the most gorgeous games I've ever seen. I think, bearing in mind that Final Fantasy VII had an animated movie a few years ago, the game looks better than the CG movie.
Yeah.
You know, but I think I've just got to the point where the opening actions happened, and it was sort of like a lot happened for the first 10 hours. But now, the next 7 hours, not a lot's happening. It's building up to something, but it's not got there yet. And it's a bit sort of like...
Right. Maybe it'll feel more impactful after doing all that boring shit. When it does get to that, you'll be like...
It feels like it's trying to be like zany. It's trying to do some zany Yakuza side missions, but not really getting it.
Yeah. Which is quite good you mentioned that, because apparently a listing is potentially going to appear on Steam for Yakuza 7.
So when you said to me July, you said, oh, it's looked possibly July. Is that the PC version?
No, that's me guessing when we're going to announce.
Oh, when they announce it. Oh, right, okay. I suddenly thought...
But if they're already planning on a listing on Steam, then the game can't be far off being done.
No. I keep...
That game, they say, is going to be like a 130-hour game.
I keep forgetting that we're going to have a Yakuza game this year, hopefully.
I want Judgment 2. You never finished Judgment, did you?
That'll be coming. That'll be coming next year. Wouldn't you think that Judgment 2 would be the first PS5 Gotoku?
That was one of the best Yakuza games you can get, apart from Zero. I'd say Judgment is up there with Song of Life, Zero, and Judgment. They're the best games in the entire series.
I just want to. There's something else. There's big games coming out, of course. CD Projekt Red have said that there's an event happening next month because there's no E3, so they're doing. Can't remember what they're calling it. Basically, they're having an event which hopefully will be a deeper dive look at Cyberpunk.
Well, there's already been videos online with a pretty fucking deep look at it.
Yeah, no, there's something I can't remember what they're calling it. They're trying to make it like it's in world.
Well, because the PS5's coming out, and I know I'm into my PC stuff, I'm thinking of getting Because now I'm like, well, if it's a
Oh,
Sony
yeah.
exclusive, I'll get it on disc. But
Of course,
if
they're
it's
calling it. They're calling
if
it
it's like, yeah,
Night City Wire is the name of the event.
yeah,
June the 11th, and it's to take place instead of the E3 event. That's not going to happen.
right.
So yeah, it's a proper look at Cyberpunk, full on.
Well, I will buy that on PS4 with the hope that it'll go on PS5
Oh yeah, it will.
because the PS5 will have ray tracing.
They pretty much confirmed that it's Xbox Series X already.
Oh yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying, depending on the timing of when it comes out.
But with the upgrade plan thing.
Yeah. So,
hang on, 1 minute. It's like the cat woke up and needed to be free, so I've let her free.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, Sony exclusives I'll get on disc, but something like Maneater I'll get on the PC because I know it's a single player, no one else will play it. I know it's multiplayer, but yeah, I got it for £23.99 instead of 32 quid on a pre-order with CD keys.
That's good.
That's what I like about the PC is that I can pick up all these cheap Ubi games and then play them in 4K and they look fantastic, you know?
Yeah.
I'm loving all of that.
To be honest, now, the big Nintendo.
Is there anything you want to see on my stick? Is there any games on here? Just go through. I've not played this yet. Metro Exodus. I think that's going for 18 quid, and I picked that up.
Oh yeah, that's.
I picked this up for like 8 quid. Shadow Tactics. You've heard of that? That's a really cool game.
Yeah, no, I've got that on my on. I think Twitch games they gave that away at some point.
You can now buy XCOM 2 on Steam for the same price that this came out for.
Really?
Yeah, I've not even. Let's load this up. See what this looks like.
What are we loading?
Huh?
What are we loading?
XCOM Chimera Squad.
All right. Okay.
I've not even loaded this.
Just having a look.
No, is it loading? I wonder whether the Xbox controller I've got. Oh, here we go. So this came out at 8 quid, now it's gone up to 16 quid.
Oh, has it?
If you pre-ordered it, you get it for 8 quid.
Yeah. I'm just having a look at what's coming out. Oh, Xenoblade Chronicles, the original.
The edition, yeah.
The original was out at the end of the month. I was very surprised to see that PlayStation VR game Distance is coming to Switch next week.
Oh, oops. Didn't want that.
What's the game? You've loaded porn again by accident.
No, I've loaded Big Picture. There we go. Start game.
What the hell are EA thinking about? 40 quid for a 2-year-old remaster of an 8-year-old game.
Yeah, it's bullshit, isn't it?
Absolute joke.
Whisper, what's your status?
And
what's Verge's?
Oh, so of course that was the thing, isn't it? We've got
Verge is en route.
we've got a release date for Deadly Premonition 2
To a hostage
Yeah. When's
situation?
that?
coming out on 10th of July.
Any surprises in the
Oh, really? Oh, I'll have to get that.
Hostiles, unaware of your
And
approach.
That's a
it's
really cool exclusive.
Take positions. Prep for breach.
pre-order now as well.
How much?
$39.99.
Okay.
You can actually pre-order it now. That looks good. That does look good. Oh yeah, I'll tell you the other game. I bought Picross, which is that little puzzle game thing on Switch. I just bought that. I'm quite enjoying that. It's quite nice to play to keep the old active. All right, I'm still getting a lot of stuttering on your screen, but.
Hello, I am Mayor Nightingale.
Is that our hostage?
Welcome to City 31's Memorial Museum.
It's just a recording.
As I often say, the lessons from our past inform the present.
Blah, blah, blah.
So this is very, you can't really choose your squad.
So is it more of like a character-based, you're playing characters in a squad rather than...
Yeah, you've got a fixed squad. Actions available, shooting.
Casualty rates of nearly 90%, despite loss.
Neutralizing.
So what was, because I'm seeing it's a bit of a slideshow, but tell me what's happening. Does it look more like XCOM 2, or is it slightly different in its art style, or?
It looks very similar.
Yeah. Well, hopefully.
Oh yeah, it looks a bit better, a bit more gory.
You see this?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
It looks pretty good. For £8, it looks pretty fantastic.
So you keep playing and talking that for a minute. I'll be back in a moment.
Okay,
Clear.
oh, we've got another character.
Merge? What took you so long?
Had to unpack the breaching charge. Good man. Not exactly. You know what I mean. I always do.
So creepy. Don't ever change.
Verge, form up. Any hostiles in the next room?
Yes. I feel them.
Breach! Breach! Breach!
We shall move in.
What's going on?
Just breaching.
Oh, nice for you.
I like this.
So,
When
having
you breach a room, you can.
having spent a long time in my Amiga days playing what was then known as UFO, rather than this XCOM rubbish, I haven't actually played XCOM 1 or XCOM 2. Which is weird because when I had my Amiga, I played every single one. You know, the undersea one. They released loads of UFO games. I played every single one of those, but
Yeah.
Crossing over.
These modern ones are really, they've done it really well.
I tell you what. Well, whilst you're playing that, I will say about
I'm mine.
PlayStation Plus choices. I don't know if they've been picked because everyone's in lockdown and Sony thought that we'd all like to be outside. But I downloaded Farming Simulator 19 and City Skyline, and they both lasted about 10 minutes on my PlayStation each. Just because I don't think Farming Simulator's for me. And I loaded up City Skyline, and I got 2 seconds of the tutorial and just thought to myself, I'd rather play this on PC. This is a PC game. This isn't a console game.
Yeah.
City builder like that, an in-depth city builder, you'd want a mouse. You know, I immediately thought, no, don't like this. Back off, back away. So
this is really good.
I see. I mean, I can see the screen a little bit, and I can see that like the character portraits are a lot more sort of comic booky than you'd expect.
Yeah.
But so this is set because you've obviously got a group that's a mixture of humans and aliens.
Yes.
All right.
And also they streamlined it so there's not a lot of fucking around with the geoscape and all that stuff.
Gotcha.
I see you read the placard.
Doesn't say how the tickets.
So there's a hostage in the next room. So obviously we've got to breach and
the spark.
kill him.
He's holding a detonator.
Go, now!
Making a path.
Huh. Apparently, I think this deal has died. But apparently, some website's been accidentally giving Chimera Squad away for free today, rather than when they changed the price to $18, they accidentally changed it to free, and loads of people have claimed it for nothing.
I'll protect you.
Okay. Right, so we've got to protect the mayor. Oh shit.
Terminal,
Down.
stabilizing.
That sounds like you
On
didn't
it.
protect the mayor.
Search, me, protect the mayor.
Confirmed.
Bleeding out. So this is the tutorial. Use the stabilize. What's this? Subdue, Overwatch. So
Need a little help?
that's the wrong one. Okay,
You just heal the wrong person.
I did.
Dear, oh dear.
It's quite brutal, this actually. The kills are quite good. So use the right mouse button to move,
Yeah.
and then you. He's dead. Oh, dude, he's not dead. He's got armor. So it's quite bloody when you shoot.
Yeah.
Chimera, are you still with us?
Right. Well.
I think so.
You also all the hit points re-heal after each
And a
thing.
few riffs.
So
Yeah.
we're trying to streamline it, make it more arcadey. It's really good.
Thank you. I'm grateful, of course. But these people don't have the capability for any of this. Explain. I read their threat assessment. A month
Awesome.
ago. Insurgents.
Anyway.
Talk and no
Yeah.
deal.
Right.
The
Well,
biggest threat they used was to
I think
follow-
we've covered everything, and I think hopefully next time we meet up, we're going to be one step closer to freedom, but probably not
Not yet.
in a
I
while.
reckon that they're going to have one of the recommend. You can have two families. In other words, you can basically have visitors.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah, because they've just done that,
anyway,
haven't they?
so I've got a lot of good games. I need to get into Black Mesa again as well. You know, I might replay Mad Max as well. That's such a brilliant open world game.
Mad Max is a great game.
This is a really good. This is the best version of TT. That's coming out on Switch. It's a really good version of the game.
Yeah.
They really improved it. Added lots more to it. The playability is better. I got this cheap, but I haven't even tried it yet
What's that?
because I'm stuck playing other games, as you all know.
Yeah. I helped myself to a deal on the US PlayStation store today. I bought Battlefront 2 for £8. No, £8.
Oh wow, that's good.
And I thought, you know what? That game, apparently they've put in so much work to get that game right now. There's
Is
so
it on PS4?
yeah.
Oh, I've got that. So shall I get it so we can play together?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, so
Alright.
they've announced, like, I think it's like the final DLC stuff they're doing for it, which is all free.
Yeah.
Bringing back the Rogue One pack from the original Battlefront they did. So that's like brings the whole game up to, Clone Wars, Rogue One, and New Trilogy, and the original trilogy. So they're covering the whole span now of the whole Star Wars universe.
As a Star Wars fan, I suppose it's worth getting, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, to download it now, it's 150.
I was going to say, is it big?
They've obviously, because the original, the PlayStation page always shows you what it originally was to download size, and it says 48 gig.
Well, Conan is 93 gig now.
Yeah,
Big bucks.
bloody No Man's Sky's almost up to 20 gig.
Yeah.
After
Again, I'm
so
only
long.
trying to keep stuff on my system that I'm actually going to play.
Yeah, I'm going to start stripping stuff out. I've got a folder of like Sony exclusives that I haven't played yet. I'm leaving those, but anything else, like I downloaded Bloodborne the other day and thought, I'm going to try that. I played it for about 20 minutes, half an hour, and then just thought, I'm never going to go back to this, so I'm just going to delete it again. And I'll download it again if I ever need it.
Oh, well, I'll get Battlefront. I'll download that this evening.
Yeah, all right. Well, my copy of Battlefront will be fully downloaded in the next 39 hours.
Yeah.
So
Mine will probably take 2 hours.
Well, I mean, I never even played the campaign, and apparently they say the campaign in Battlefront 2 is worth the game for £8.
I started it. I was quite enjoying it.
So no,
I think Kyle's got it actually as well.
I have to admit, so it's installed to the point where you can start the game up and just play an arcade level. So it's literally Imperials on Starkiller base, and you can unlock Kylo Ren, and it's just like a little arcade mode with bots.
Yeah.
And playing that on my Pro in 4K HDR, that makes a huge difference to when I had it pre.
Yeah.
It's like it's like night and day with that game now. It looks amazing. So I'm going to enjoy that, I think. Good.
Okay. Well, I hope everyone's enjoyed our pathetic efforts to try and actually show you content.
Next time we'll go back to iPhone camera in front of a monitor, maybe.
Yeah.
We see well, it comes out.
Okay. Good.
Well, in the meantime,
another attempt
safe.
Trying to provide some sort of entertainment. Well,
yeah.
Loosely.
Look after yourself.
We'll do.
Yourselves as well.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands. Don't touch your face.
And get used to social distancing, even when you're allowed out.
Yeah.
Believe me, pubs are not going to be opening.
And if people in Tesco's and Hemel Hempstead could learn social distancing, that would be fantastic for everyone.
Yeah, I've heard supermarkets are some of the worst places to go, aren't they?
Some people's ideas of social distancing leave a lot to be desired.
They're just greedy, ignorant fucks.
I don't care if you want a bottle of wine. You squeezed right past me to get.
Fucking hell.
Anyway, I will see you later. Thanks to everyone for putting up with us again for another hour or so. And we'll see you next time.
It's been more than an hour, mate. It's been like nearly 3 hours.
Has it? No.
It's nearly 11 o'clock.
Yeah, it's true.
Who's going to watch all this shit all the way through?
No one. Not even us. Not even me.
No. Yeah.
I'm not even going to watch it. I'm just going to put it up.
All right.
Professional as always.
See you later.
See you later.
All right.